What's going on, guys? It's Brent 0331. Got my buddy Bruce out here. We got some new products that were produced by Jeff Lesnar and offered by Fire Force Ventures in the Rhodesian camouflage pattern. If you guys been following my channel, you've seen the previous video that both Bruce and I did where we highlighted the Rhodesian camouflage pattern in this woodland environment during the summertime when the prominent color was green in the environment. So we do plan on doing another follow-on video in the fall winter time frame when the environment pretty much dies and the prominent colors are browns, tans, and grays. We're gonna do a follow-on video of that. But right now I want to bring you guys, we got 6 new different types of hats that Jeff sent to us to show you guys and highlight for you guys to take a look at. So we're really excited about these. When we did the original pattern in the woodland environment, we didn't have these hats to begin with. Jeff was still in the development phase of those hats. So now we got them in, we can go ahead and put the video together to show you guys. So pretty stoked about this. We'll go ahead and show you guys each different style of hat. Whether you're wanting to reproduce a old Rhodesian type of outfit, outfit together, or if you want to do a new age type uniform in this particular camouflage pattern, they're going to offer these hats at Fire Force Ventures for you guys to take a look at. So, you got anything to throw in, man?
That sounds good, man. Let's look at the hats.
All right, let's take a look. All right, guys, so we got 6 different types of hats here. I'm going to talk about 3 of them, and then I'm going to turn it over to Bruce, and he'll talk about the other 3. But if you want to look at the first one we're going to talk about here, it's kind of a typical Boonie style hat. It's a little bit different than an American GI style hat, or Boonie hat, in that typically this part right here is like a nylon material, but as you can see, it's more of it's the same material as the actual Boonie. So it's kind of more of like a British style design. But it's a typical Boonie hat. It provides cover from sun, keeps the sun out of your face and everything. I'm a big fan of Boonies. I think Bruce is too. So I like wear Boonies in the field for all the reasons of just keeps the sun out of your face and off your neck and everything else. If you turn it around here and look, this is a little bit different than a USGI style, but you have a little O-ring here, and then you have this cord lock that you can adjust the length. So if you wanted to wear this on the back of your head or under your neck, you can do so. You have that opportunity. All these hats, from what I've seen, maybe the ball caps might be a little bit different, but they all have these Adler style name tags in here, with some kind of like throwback to the Rhodesian area and everything. So it says destroy before disposal, do not let this garment fall into enemy hands. That's pretty cool that it has that on there. But they all have that built into the hats. They're all in the same Rhodesian camouflage pattern, and you literally, out of these 6 different designs, can just pick whatever one suits your purposes. So obviously this is a more kind of a modern day style Boonie. The other type of modern day style Boonie that we have here is this Ricky style hat. So it has a shorter brim. You can see the comparison here. I'm just kind of going to put this where the seam is, but you can see it's a little bit shorter of a brim. All right. The other big difference is on the back here, you have Velcro. So if you have an IR tab or something along those lines that you need to put back here, it have that option. Other than that, it's pretty much the exact same hat. It just has a shorter brim and it comes with the Velcro. Another thing I want to mention is these are essentially prototype hats. So there might be a slight deviation between these and the final production hats. One thing I know for sure is the next hat I'm talking about, they're talking about probably moving the eyelets maybe a little bit higher. But small deviation. For the most part, these are probably going to be what you guys can find on the website. So moving on, the third style hat. So now we're kind of getting into like modern day operator type hats. So it's kind of like a typical ball cap, but this is an Italian style ball cap. All right, so it's not your typical tactical ball cap that you see all the time. People with the American flags on their hats and stuff like that. It's a little bit different. You can see the seams where they're positioned. And it has the vent holes on the sides, just like the Boonies do. And then the other difference here is the way this secures. So if you need to adjust this to your head, you can pull this to tighten it, lock it down, and then the excess material you can just push in here and tuck it in, to get that out of the way. But fully adjustable. So if this is your flavor, this is the kind of hat you like, this is going to be offered at Fire Force Ventures as well. Okay, so just a little bit different type of flavor. for those of you guys that are interested in this Italian-inspired type design. So.
Okay guys, so Brent just showed you 3 of the hats that Jeff's offering over at Fire Force Ventures. I'm going to show you 3 more. This one I've been wearing for a couple of weeks now. I've been torture testing it on my own in the tough streets of Dallas. It's been to the mall, it's been to the park, it's been to the movies. Okay, this hat's getting torture tested and I've been impressed, and I want to show you why. All joking aside, let's have a look at one of these ball caps. Now, this is kind of your tactical operator style ball cap that's so popular here in the States today. They've gotten rid of the button on top, so you can put you whatever little IR glint you want on there. Brent's also informed me, if you look at this square on the back, this is the same size as the IR reflective patches that they were using in the Marine Corps. And if you'll notice, it's very similar to the patch of Velcro on the back of the Recce style Boonie hat, okay? For those of you that are wanting to take advantage of that, it's in place for you. And of course on the front, you've got your standard flag patch. I recommend that you all go out and get a Texas flag patch like I'm always rocking. Okay, show a little love for Texas to go on your hat. If you're not from Texas, that's okay. You can still rock one of our flag patches, okay? Want to talk to you about one thing that I'm just pumped up about here is the quality of stitching. Guys, I don't know how much time we can spend talking about a ball cap, but the quality of stitching on these hats is absolutely phenomenal. I want you to take your ball cap off and I want you to open it up and look at the inside. And I want you to see, look at this ribbon that they've sewn in here to keep the selvage edge from raveling out. You'll be hard pressed to find another ball cap with that feature. I don't know who is sewing these for Jeff, but he needs a raise because these are excellent, guys. No kidding. The stitching, and that's not just true for the ball caps, but for all the hats across the line. The stitching is absolutely excellent. You just won't find a better quality hat out on the market. So really happy about that. Same material as the BDU material that we've been testing. I've washed mine a couple of times. They're holding up really well. The color's staying really fast. So we're really happy about that. So definitely excited about the standard ball cap that they've got available out there on the market today. Let's look at a couple of the throwback hats that they're offering. You go out and you buy a reproduction flap hat like the Rhodesians wore, either the quality's lacking, the cost is ridiculous, or you're buying an original. I want you guys to look at this. Thanks, Brent. This is what I got from Sarco. Now, we all love Sarco, but come on. What is going on here? Okay? Yeah, you guys know that I rocked this in the video where we initially were showing off the uniforms that Jeff was offering from Fire Force Ventures. And I had to wear this hat because these hats weren't to us yet. They were still in the design and production process. And I know some of you guys made comments, hey Bruce, yeah, you look pretty good, but your hat stood out. Your hat looked goofy, whatever. You guys were right. I hear you, okay? I was a little embarrassed to rock this hat. It was all I had.
And you even dyed that, didn't you?
Dude, I even dyed this a little bit to knock the color down. You guys, stand fast. Let me show you something else. This is the t-shirt that I got from Sarco. This is the t-shirt that Jeff's offering through Fire Force Ventures. So you can see, man, they tried, they just missed the mark. But when you're trying to buy stuff, like this is what's out there, you know. You don't need this junk. Let's get back in here. Look at this. This is trash. Look at that. Look at the edge in here. Okay, look at this, guys. Look at this. I mean, look, I don't even know what's going on here with these buttons. The buttonholes don't work. It's just this is terrible. Okay, let's get back over to some quality hats, all right? Let's compare that with the hats that Jeff's putting out. Look at this. Same quality stitching like we just talked about on the ball cap. Got the awesome tag in here, reminiscent of the stuff that South Africa was using back in the day. Look at this edge. What'd I tell you? No raveled out edges over here. Everything has been put together with ribbon tape. Looks great. No loose edges, okay? Quality. We got our mil-spec buttons back here, and this flap is made, this is a brand new hat, by the way. This, I don't even think that you've put it on yet, have you, Brent?
No.
All right, so you guys are having a first look at this cap. But buttonholes are all well done. You've got your 3-panel back, just like the originals. Again, everything's got ribbon around it so that it won't ravel out. quality of these is just perfect, and I don't think you're going to find a closer reproduction of the Rhodesian flap hat than we've got right here. It's really well done. The distance of spacing and the stitching on the brim is like that of the originals. I'm just tickled pink about this. Now, some of you are asking, hey, what's this flap about? Well, it's a flap hat, and so, a lot of these, they had a flap down the back, and the idea was that it would kind of keep the sun off the back of your neck. You do see some guys rocking them back in the day, but they aggravated a lot of guys too. A lot of guys didn't like these on the back of their neck. So what Jeff started doing is moving right along. They offer this same hat without the flap. Look at that. Same quality, same design and cut. You just don't have to deal with the flap on the back. So for those of you looking for a good little patrol cap, look at that. Excellent, right? Great quality.
Now just a question, because I don't know.
Absolutely.
Did all the original, if you even know, did all the originals come with a flap? And
that's a good
this is
question.
A field-made type deal? Or?
I'm going to say that I think all of the originals came with a flap, and a lot of them had the flaps cut off, but I'm not sure. Maybe one of you guys is out there that's a Rhodesian expert on militaria. Comment below, let us know. Did they ever make a Rhodesian flap hat from the factory without a flap? I'd like to know.
All right, guys. Well, that concludes this video on these new age hats from Jeff Lesnar, offered at Fire Force Ventures. If you're liking what you're seeing, check out these hats. I'm going to put the link in the information box below. I know Bruce is on the same page as I am. This camouflage pattern is outstanding, and we're looking at the environment right now. We're in the middle of October here in North Texas, and dude, I'm telling you guys, this pattern is like spot on because there's a good mixture of browns, cans, and greens in the environment. If you've seen the previous videos that we've done, we've tested this pattern in the summertime, and we're going to test this pattern in the wintertime when that rolls around when the prominent colors are browns and tans. So it's a great camouflage pattern. So whether you're looking for a hat to complete your Rhodesian reproduction ensemble or whatever, or if you just want a new age production style, uniform, and gear in the Rhodesian camouflage, because it is an excellent camouflage pattern, you know, check out the website at Fire Force Ventures and see if you can find some stuff that you like. So, Bruce, you got anything to add on this, man?
I'll just say that this is one of my favorite patterns, not because of the history and historical significance of Rhodesia, but because this pattern stands on its own. This pattern blends in great in heavily wooded, vegetated environments. When I bought my first set, I was living in Georgia at the time. We're in Texas now. Just as effective here in these wooded areas as it was in Georgia. And I imagine no matter where you are, if you've got a lot of wooded areas in your environment and you're looking for a quality pattern that works almost every season, this is one you got to look hard at.
Right. And just a caveat on that, Fire Force Ventures offers all this stuff that we're wearing, all these utilities, these BDUs. They also have the sniper veil, which we're big fans of.
Absolutely.
So check their website out. They've got all this stuff available there. Thanks for watching, guys. And don't forget to leave a comment.